So at this point, I have all the base plates laid out, and I have them connected by a few blocks. So if I move one plate, the entire thing moves, which I don't know if you can tell that from the gap, but I'm not an engineer, but that makes me feel like this will be more stronger. It would be one coherent base, which will, I think, provide stability and strength. As I was putting this together, though, I realized strength was an issue. I've got these cute little Disney fabrics. So this one's Alice in Wonderland. This one is Mickey with fireworks. I don't know if you can tell, but the red ones are sparkly. The blue ones are not. That's a discovery I just made today. Because from a distance, they don't look sparkly, which is a shame. But they've been hanging here for 2 years, and I just discovered that they have sparkles. Then this side is all my little favorite Mickey poses, characters. So underneath here, let's take a look at a peek behind the curtain of Disneyland. So, as I said, I'm not an engineer, but Disneyland is literally just plywood with 2x4s sitting on top of folding tables. Because I couldn't figure out how to put legs onto this. And also, I didn't think about stability or strength. So, in the center, where the castle is going to be, there's just one 2x4, which is fine, gives it enough strength center, but I need horizontal strength as well. So I think I'm going to have to figure out brackets or something to go under there that provides a little more stability for the center. Also, I realize that I want to secure the buildings to the plates. To do that, I'm going to have to maybe build from the center out. So starting with the castle, basically, which is, I think, how they built the real Disneyland, is determining where the castle went and then figuring out where everything went from there. So the base of the castle is here. It needs some cleaning. You can see there's quite a bit of dust on it. So after 2 years of sitting on this table, it's about time it gets cleaned. The castle isn't going to sit directly on the base plates. We're going to have a second layer of actual plate. And what I mean by actual plate are these. So you can see these are individually a little bit thicker plate, whereas base plates, if I look here, are thin. And I wanted base plate to provide the single cohesive foundation. Then these blocks, connecting them together, and then from there, these blocks supporting the plates. So if you take 4 of these. If you imagine 4 of these, much more supported than this, but you get the idea that underneath there will be a little bit of a gap. The idea is the wires, so these kind of LED wires will go underneath that, because before I had them clamped between bricks and they were exposed. It just didn't look good. It also wasn't very good for the wires, and I think that's why some of them stopped working. So if I have a channel or a tunnel for the wires, it kind of makes it a lot better. Then on top of the plates is where the models sit. So there's got to be a lot of strength to support not only in the center, the castle. Behind the castle will be the carousel. And I think those are probably my 2 heaviest pieces. In the back here, next to where Dean sleeps, is where the Millennium Falcon goes to represent the Black Spire outpost. But yeah, that's the base plate, and I'm happy with this. I need to add more blocks, but I need to also start thinking of the ground layer, or I'm going to call it the ground layer because that's what everyone's going to see. So the color of the base plates don't really matter because there's another layer going on top. So this will all be hidden, essentially. But the base plates will be hidden, but the ground level plates are what everyone will see. So we have previously, I think, determined we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10-inch plates by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10-inch plates. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right.
Aha!
It's 7 base plates, but I also have these 16 stud, or it's 32 by 16 plates. There's a center strip of those, which is half of a base plate. So that's 10-inch by 5-inch. Then I've got my 3D printed plates, which are not 32. So not 10-inch. But they're the equivalent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them, and they're the equivalent of 7 actual plates. So I've got 8 7 10-inch. This isn't 10-inch. Basically, I'm trying to figure out how many of these type of plates do I need to cover the ground level. Because here, it's perfectly designed. The base plates are 32, these are 16, therefore It takes 2 of these per plate. It takes 1 of these per plate to cover the length is what I'm thinking right now. Let's get some more of these. I'm not an engineer, so I have to visualize this by sometimes doing. Now, we'll come back to those plates because they're going to be a problem. Perfect. Well, perfect-ish. I've got 2 plates here. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Skip 10, 12, 14. Which makes sense. I have 7 of them. Each takes 2. So that's 14. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep. So there's 49 of these plates, of the 10-inch plates. There are there's 7 of these half plates, and each of those takes 2. This is my problem. Because this is a large gap. Alexa, what's 49 times 4?
49 times 4 is 196.
What is 196 plus 14?
196 plus 14 is 210.
What's 210 plus...
Sorry, I didn't get that. 210 plus what?
8. 218.
210 plus 8 is 218.
So I need 218 of these plates. And I have about 25. It takes 4 hours to print one. It takes $1.75 to buy one from dollar store. But I have wiped out their stock for now. So I have to wait till they restock. And I'm printing, as we speak, more. But it takes, as I said, 4 hours. So, Alexa, repeat the last thing. She's not helpful. 200 and... was it 18? That sounds right. 218. I should write that down. Let's write it down here. 218. 16 by 16 plate. Now, I know I'm going to need more than just the 16 by 16 to cover this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 by 28, which they don't make. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 12 by 28. So, oops, I'm covering up. Sorry, here we go. First of all, I'm not professional, so I'm not a video person, audio person. It's probably going to sound terrible. I'm just documenting this kind of like as best as I can with the iPhone. But I'm going to have to 3D print pieces to cover for that. And Main Street, which I have no idea how big it is yet. So I can't really even do anything until I get it and build it. So some of these videos are literally going to be me just building new sets. Some I'm going to be cleaning sets and redesigning sets. So thinking of the castle's over here. It needs a good cleaning. It's going to go in the center. The thing is, that castle is designed, I think, pretty much like Cinderella Castle. Or maybe it's generic between the two castles. Anyway, it's the standard Lego design, the 710410 set, I think is the number. Those numbers are in it. If I look over here, it kind of looks like it could be that. But you can see here how tall that sticks up. So, long story short, I might try to redesign that castle, but also, as I said multiple times, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a Lego person. So I'm not good at making my own design. So for me to take something that exists and build something from scratch, I'm really good at square boxes. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. However, the whole point of that is I'm going to build sets. I'm going to clean sets. I may redesign sets if I can be so bold. But I can't do any of that until I have 218 of these. Alexa, what's 218 times 4?
218 times 4 is 872.
What's 872 divided by
Sorry,
3?
I didn't get that. 872 divided by what?
3.
872 divided by 3 is approximately 290.6667.
Is that right? If each plate takes 4 hours, I can do about 3 plates a day, just because my life isn't this project. I do have to spend some time with Arturo at some point. But 290 days? Wait, no. What is the 872? I've got myself confused. That's the number of hours. Yes. 872 is the number of hours. So number of days. Oh, anyway, it's a lot. And I'm not going to print that much is the point. I'm going to have to buy these. Dollar Tree is just going to have to step up their purchasing because they only have like 2 at a time. Oh, I wonder if I can buy them online. Let me check into that.